are back. Episode 18, Lad Chat Podcast. On this wonderful sunny Sunday.
Sweatbox in here.
And with me is Raddy.
Hello.
Tom.
Back.
Chris.
Hello.
It's like that. Kind of a cappella.
You sung it. You sung it.
I sung the intro, man. How's it going, boys?
Hot week. It's hot.
I'm sweating in this room.
Yeah.
Every room we go in is just boiling.
Yeah. It's funny though, isn't it? You know, it gets really warm and everyone starts going nuts, don't they?
I think what it is we dream about the holiday weather, but then obviously we realise there's no time off work and there's no pool and there's no bar staff giving you constant drinks and meals.
And we still sleep with freaking Tog 51
51
freaking duvets.
Right, so on today's episode, we have a few stories. Woman taken into crocodile... Actually, it's not crocodile pit. It's crocodile infested waters. Funny but scary story. Another one, we found... woman drinks her dog's piss.
No, fucking hell.
Try before you buy sex dolls.
Woo, all the rage.
Yeah, and then we got a child genius goes to uni at age 8.
Fucking hell.
That's impressive stuff.
I think I was still eating mud at 8.
Yeah, and then we're going to top it off with Chris's Conspiracy Corner, which is...
It's the Georgia Guidestones this week.
The...
Georgia Guidestones.
Georgia Guidestones.
Yeah,
I have
we'll
no
have a
idea
good
what that
chat.
is.
No,
That's
no,
cool.
it's
I'm
good.
intrigued. I'm intrigued. Well, World Cup stuff. Anyone had anything?
Yeah, they
Good-
went
good
out
win.
yesterday. Portugal and Argentina.
Good win
out,
for
didn't they?
Uruguay.
Yes,
I reckon.
got my bet on Uruguay.
Yeah, Luis
You
Suarez.
bet on everyone. Who
There are
haven't
two
you
teams
bet
I
on?
bet on. England,
England.
and Uruguay.
Yeah.
I've got England.
England to get fucked, didn't they? They
I
go
don't know.
down.
I think they'll go through now, but Colombia they should win. But then again, I think
The star players out in there,
Sweden
but
and
might
Switzerland.
still play.
Yeah.
Who,
It was just-
Colombia?
yeah,
Jay
yeah.
Rodriguez.
Oh,
isn't there?
Rodriguez, good.
Oh,
Awesome.
who's Falcao play for?
He used to play for Man
No,
United.
he's Colombian.
No,
Colombia.
he's Colombian. No, I
Yeah,
thought he was Colombian.
He was
yeah,
at
yeah.
Man United, wasn't he? Then
Yeah,
he
that's
been at
right,
Monaco.
Didn't he? Do you know, like
You
you,
were Colombia, in a life or death, this competition for them.
Well, quite literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Don't
didn't
they
someone
get,
get
don't they get assassinated?
Yeah, didn't
when they
someone
come
get
home?
shot?
That, I don't know if that actually happened.
No, he
actually.
did. The guy scored an own goal.
Yeah.
Shot.
Then a couple of
No, I
days
know he
later,
did, but I don't know if
got
that was
sh-
related to the football. I
Oh,
think
he
that was
did. Yeah, he got
down
death
to drugs or
threats.
something.
Yeah, they don't fuck around in
Just been
Colombia.
played,
do
did
they?
Like, nah,
They were a
I'm
good
busy.
team, though. They were a good team.
Yeah. Your incentive is a fucking chainsaw.
Yeah.
Do you want to come to Russia? No, I'm busy.
Well, have you seen a film called The Devil's Double? It's just
Yeah,
about
yeah.
Saddam Hussein's
Yeah,
son,
yeah.
Uday, wasn't
Yeah.
it? And what he did, he would
He was a right dick, wasn't he?
used
Oh,
to
horrible. Go
Well-
to those weddings, didn't he, and just
rape
Rape
people.
rape the bride and shit.
Very,
yeah.
very good film. But he was captain of the Iraqi football team as well. And if the players
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
play, you just used to torture them.
But didn't the Devil's
So no
Double,
one wanted to play for
He
him?
moved to Ireland in the end, didn't he?
In Ireland, didn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's still alive, the
He's
guy.
still
Is
alive.
he?
And he married Uday's wife, didn't he?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah, because they had an affair. And then
Fucking hell, that's playing with fire, though.
Yeah, I
isn't it?
know.
That's
Like,
fucked up,
that's just
yeah.
but
ridiculous.
that guy's evil.
You wouldn't want to freaking hang around with them, right? But you certainly
You
wouldn't.
see it there when he goes to the toilet, he sees it, he looks at his knife, he goes, "You'll have to chop that off. It's bigger than mine." I'm only kidding.
You wouldn't know. Put it past
You
him,
wouldn't know, would you?
It's got to be exact, innit?
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know. I'm sure who's going to know that, though.
like you were
Yeah.
speaking to Saddam, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And he said, "I know that's not your father." Well, it's the impersonator, same as I'm impersonating you. Even the son didn't know which one was
Yeah.
his father, innit? But the imposter guy who was playing his double knew who was the imposter Saddam was.
It looked terrifying, though, didn't it? You know, that guy was
Just
an
horrible.
absolute
You know his
psychopath.
mum as well. Saddam Hussein's mum. Supposedly, she was really bad to the servants. And one woman, she threw acid in her face. Or
It
boiling
doesn't
hot
surprise you
water.
when the
They're
husband
just,
Saddam.
they're just mentalists, just
Just
psychopaths.
vile, evil people.
Yeah,
They deserve,
yeah.
Like, if I don't believe in the
Tyrants,
death
yeah.
penalty, but
Yeah.
for some people, I think.
Imagine you were a slave in their house. I'm really clumsy anyway. I would be absolutely
You'd
fucked.
be gone, Chris. You'd be
I'd
all
be
the
gone.
rubbish.
I wouldn't last 1 week.
You'd be all the rubbish.
I'd be walking down, smash all his favourite china cups and stuff.
I keep
like
coming
that.
back saying it was a tea, wasn't it? Was it one or two?
Yeah, 1 or 2 sugars.
Yeah, you come back with like coffee like 6 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kill him.
It's like Mr.
Right.
Burns, wasn't it? Have you seen The Simpsons? And he goes, "Oh, I want coffee. I want it hot." And he goes back. He goes, "This isn't hot, Smithers." He throws it in his face. And it's burning on his face. He goes, "No, you're right, sir."
Lukewarm. Okay, first story. I seen this earlier. So basically, this woman, what's her name? Melissa Brunnin.
Yeah.
She's on this fancy yacht in just off the coast of Perth, feeding. What are they called?
Nursing sharks.
Nursing sharks. Well done, Rat. Now these nursing sharks can get up to 6.6 feet long,
Fucking hell, that's long.
so they're quite big.
Yeah.
And this gentle creature, as she was feeding these sharks, grabbed her finger,
Fucking hell.
pulled her in to not crocodile. Yeah, crocodile infested waters. Now that's quite scary stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you're in there, you're bobbing up and down. At any second, you could be somebody's lunch.
Well, in all fairness, it's not just crocodile infested water. I'm sure in the sea.
Well, there's a lot going on.
Clearly,
Yeah,
shark
no, but I've
infested.
seen-
There's probably a great white there. There's probably a tiger shark.
There's actually
there.
footage of this in as well.
There's probably stingrays. There's a lot of...
I love the thing because it interviews her and it says she feared that she would lose her finger. It's like, that would be the least of your worries, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah, you go in
You
here.
can keep that.
Drowning is not one of them, but losing
Yeah,
your
well,
finger.
losing your finger. Well,
have
I'd
time
be
to
more
friggin'
concerned
drown, wouldn't
with
you?
my face.
But the thing is, right, you know when you go in the sea anyway, like
You
you
always-
always think, oh, I think there's a freaking shark around you. But you know,
No, you don't.
there's
You
definitely...
just think of the Jaws music when you
I
see
do.
it. Swear around you.
Oh, I'd love going to the sea.
Boys,
I'd
I
love
was,
it.
I was in the leisure centre yesterday,
Oh,
and I
right,
just didn't.
Oh, down by the old bars.
Shall I tell you the worst
In
thing
the
ever?
swimming pool, I always think of James Bond film. When he lets a shark out through the swimming pool.
Yeah,
So always
yeah,
check
yeah,
the events
yeah,
of the whole
yeah.
by the wave machine.
Do you know,
just
once,
see if there's a
once
shark.
Nothing
before,
in there.
I was in Pentwyn Leisure Centre, and I can't remember what I dropped, and anyway, I was fishing round for it in the water, and do you know what I picked up?
Plaster.
A piece of shit.
Oh,
I'm not joking.
no.
A piece of shit in the. It's disgusting.
That don't look like my
Chris.
keys.
I can't remember if it's my armband. It's my
Oh, the key on,
It
yeah.
slipped off.
Did you have goggles on?
No, I was just like I thought I just
Oh,
went down like that.
she's just
picked it up.
free-feeling.
It was just like a piece of shit. Oh my god.
I took my boy there once, and we were swimming, and actually we were getting told to get out, and then you looked to see what was going on, and then you see like a team of lifeguards with this giant pole and a net, and this brown thing just bobbing up and down.
Like Kevin and Perry,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Is
Trying
it
to get
Kevin
it.
and Perry?
And there's a
It's
kid on the sideline just looking so guilty.
It's disgusting though. Did you see a few weeks ago when there was this woman on holiday and she had I don't know, is it Mallorca or something like that? She just had her leg in the pool and she was shaving her
Yeah.
legs
Oh, that's
into
disgusting.
the swimming pool.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Dirty bitch.
But do you know, like when you go on holiday and things like that, and you do see like these arseholes, and
Yeah.
they're just there with their sun cream, slapping it on in the pool with their
Yeah,
drinks and stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But yeah, they should jump in the pool with a shark, shouldn't they?
When I was in
Didn't go
university,
anywhere near him, would it?
when I was in Southampton,
just
I
let
went to
them carry on
Southampton
drinking,
University,
hopefully
right?
they'll
And there was a big swimming pool in my house. And we used to go there every now and again. A guy was in there before he got in, washed his face, went,
Oh no!
cleared his
way.
nose into the pool,
Yeah.
started washing his armpits and then jumped in.
Some people have
No.
they just no respect. There's no consideration. That's fucking disgusting.
That
can't
is
remember-
foul,
I was
but he
like-
jumped in the water.
You're supposed to wash before you go in the pool.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Well, I remember before there was this. I can't remember where we were, and this woman, she was on the beach and she cut her foot on like a stone or whatever, and she was just sat at the side of the pool washing her washing her foot, so all the blood was going in the pool, just washing her foot there, and it was like kids
What's the matter with
floating
people,
around.
isn't it?
Well, she was like, "Oh well, it doesn't matter because the chlorine will kill any germs in it." But it's not like it's
Yeah,
not.
but
She could have
don't-
freaking HIV or something, couldn't
But
she?
not
Like,
just
she could
that,
have had
though.
any disease.
And it's sick, man. Communal
Bad is it
swimming
when
pools.
someone with Faruka goes in a pool.
Yeah.
Put that rubber sock on. Don't
Well,
take it off.
what's the statistic about like how much piss and stuff is in pools?
That's probably,
and
I
stuff
don't
like
even
that?
want to know.
Well, apparently, you know
I
they
just-
say.
Everyone's
I don't
done it.
even wanna know.
Everyone's done
Oh,
it.
yeah,
If you
everyone's done
haven't, you're
I
lying.
remember
No,
I
I
shit
haven't.
myself.
I've never.
Can you remember Blue Peter? Everyone used to remember Blue Peter.
Yeah,
But there was a thing on Blue Peter that apparently they were going to start putting dye in water. So
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
piss,
yeah.
then the dye will like.
I still think it's a myth. I haven't.
No,
I've
it
never
was. It
seen-
was a myth, wasn't
Imagine that within a few minutes, all the pools would be bright purple.
Yeah.
I just think it's one of those things. Communal
I
swimming pools.
don't know what it is. As soon as you hit water, sometimes you just feel like wanting to pee.
I've never.
Do you know, I literally got the pool like 3 or 4 times yesterday.
just-
Needed a piss.
Yeah.
You know what?
When I was little, I don't think I would
They're
now.
like by the end and just.
Nice.
There's so much sensible and they go.
Yeah.
It's really warm by here. Oh, I know.
I think it's awful, you know, and like all the stuff floating around at the bottom of the pool.
Oh, yeah.
Remember,
Remember-
think about it though. You got fucking skin floating on top of the pool where people's dead skin just washed out.
Yeah.
And people
Not
just
just
want to
that-
go piss.
You had your shit and walk with other human beings.
Well,
and
yeah.
look
not just that
dirty,
though. Like
nasty
if people
bastard.
go to the toilet, like imagine someone like got a bad stomach or
someone
whatever, they
with
got to the
crabs-
toilet before,
imagine
just
someone
come
with
into the
crabs
Clean
in
pool.
the
themselves
pool.
properly.
Ugh.
Apparently, guys,
Or
you know,
yeast infection.
guys, you know when your eyes are stinging
See,
from the
no one thinks
water.
about that, do they? Someone on the blob.
Oh, Steve. Guys, apparently, you know when your eyes are burning?
Like a fucking chav soup.
Oh, Jim.
Go on,
Right,
Tom.
guys, apparently when your eyes are burning, it is through urine. It's not through chlorine. Oh, God. So when you come out of the pool,
My
and your
sting
eyes
like a
are stinging.
fucker
So,
yesterday.
so I tell you what puts me off though is going in jacuzzis.
Oh, I hate them. And
Not
people
been in
think they're
many.
sexy and
I
that,
haven't
don't they?
been in
Like
many.
jacuzzis,
If
you
it hadn't
just
been
think of all
homemade,
the horrible-
plenty of
What-
bakings to power it up.
There was a video I watched. It was the sickest but funniest video. You probably all seen it.
Was it the ginger girl who craps herself?
Yeah, they're all in
It's
the.
fake though, isn't it? It's not real.
Is it
is
fake,
Yeah,
is
it's
it?
fake. Yeah,
But there's other ones that are
Definitely.
real.
Oh, yeah,
With
yeah.
a guy and his wife in the bath. And
He's like a Valentine's night
Yeah.
or whatever, and they're in a bath, and then one of them tries to fart in the bath, and he just shits himself.
Yeah.
It's all like petals and all that, and all like candles next to him. He's like, "Fucking get out of here!"
They were filming
They were
themselves.
filming themselves. They're
Yeah.
like some dirty porn. I
God.
think.
Probably some readers'
But,
wives.
yeah.
And that's why like when we used to belong to this health spa, and they had an amazing like and
Did you like the house spa?
my dad just
Yeah, my dad randomly just paid for
he
his
just
sport.
went
Yeah,
Well,
nuts
for
with
all
that.
of you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
Me
paid
and
for
Jez
all
as council estate, Paul, you have a house.
No, my dad paid. He paid like 150 quid each a year for us. And we just went like twice.
Yeah,
I
I
kicked
don't
off
know why he
then.
did it, but anyway, there was like this there was
why
a
he done it.
jacuzzi there, and literally it was disgusting.
Yeah.
Like people blatantly go to the gym, not
Yeah.
wash, and
And
then
just
go
jump
in there.
Just sweaty.
And at the bottom of it, like I remember, I
Oh, you won't wanna
kicked
know it.
stuff all the time, and it was
Like
like
stuff, trolleys, fucking
plasters,
cans of
that's the
coke,
worst.
soil
Plasters.
plasters floating
cans
around.
of strongbow in the bottom. That's what a fucking Pentwin jacuzzi
And
would
that's
be
what
like.
stopped me
wouldn't it?
going in the jacuzzi. Everyone thinks they're awesome and that, but
No,
like,
they're horrible.
I like a clean one. Right, let's finish the story off. So,
sorry, yeah, a bit off track.
sidetracked there. So anyway, cut long story short, she dragged in, she shit her pants.
Well, you would, didn't you?
But funny enough, she only sustained minor injuries actually.
And a fracture,
Um,
it says, isn't it?
Yeah,
Torn bad infection.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, she had cuts, a fracture, a torn ligament, and a bad infection. But she didn't lose her finger.
Because she must have.
No, that'd be
Well,
terrifying.
so she must have like fish hooked her with her finger. Of course,
Well, she was feeding them. Yeah,
And panicked and probably just.
well, she was feeding them,
Like
and obviously just clamped down on
So
it.
obviously
She took it in.
it didn't go for like a kill bite or nothing like that.
No, it
It
just
just
wanted
Probably
to
just
grab
trying to grab the
Yeah.
food,
It
wasn't
just
it?
swam out of her
That's the
crush.
thing about it. Do you know, like when you go on holiday or whatever, and like, where did we go before? Anyway, I can't remember. Was it scuba diving? And they stopped, and you could go swimming around this coral reef and all that. But the most horrible thing is, you can see like they look little, the sharks, but you get in, and the guy was saying you need to be careful, watch out for the barracuda there.
Oh,
They'll
God,
like
yeah,
nip
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
There's these little fish.
Could have got teeth like that.
Yeah, the razor
Well, there's
sharp.
these little fish, and they're not harmful, but they go up to your face and keep hitting you in the face, and they're really intimidating. But apparently they're not. And it's stuff like that that makes you not want to go
Yeah,
into
yeah.
the water.
No,
Fuck
fish
that.
just punch you in the face.
Oh shit! I got
yeah.
attacked last
Got
week.
that really slow.
Yeah.
What you
Got
got?
attacked by one of those horse flies.
Oh, shit.
They're meant to be really nasty, aren't
Mate,
they?
fucking, I was outside, right, doing a bit of work, and actually, you know, this thing just landed on my arm, this sharp pain.
Yeah, they.
I thought, you little prick. So I flicked it off. Honestly, I actually blew it first, but it just wouldn't budge.
happened
I
there?
flicked the fucker off, and yeah,
Quite literally
it started
flicked him off.
bleeding. Like, really, honestly.
Yeah.
The natural world is a bit spooky.
It is
I mean, we
scary.
can't mow. I mean, it's not like Australia, you know.
Yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah. Like,
Yeah.
why would this is the thing with Australia, right? Anything that you want to kill you is freaking in Australia.
Oh, yeah.
Like
yeah.
everything.
Everything and anything.
Everything wants to kill you in Australia.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
God's way of saying we shouldn't freaking be there and piss off. Like,
yeah.
and everyone
Not
loves
me funny, if that
Australia.
was Australia, the horsefly would be like 4 foot tall.
Yeah.
You're like a bat. With
Probably have a balaclava on.
But I was
Baseball
watching
bat.
this video online, and there was a huntsman spider or something like that in a corner of a room.
Yeah.
And did you see the guy? Because they can jump, can't they?
Yeah.
And he was stood there with a
I
box,
saw that.
right, which was barely big enough for it to fit in. And he's going up to it, and obviously the spider's staring, thinking, "What are you doing?" And as soon as he gets close, it just freaking jumps on him.
Oh, nah.
And that
They
was in
just- they
Australia.
just
And you just
scream,
think to
don't
yourself,
I'd fucking,
well,
I'd say I'm not
I wouldn't
scared
do
of
it.
spiders,
I am.
but like,
Well, something that big.
yeah, that's
Sam loves them, don't
Because
they?
what they say
monster.
they always say check your toilet seats and slippers.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
all,
that's what they
isn't
do.
it?
Yeah, you have
Do
to
you know
check
after
your
that
toilet
last
seat.
chat about spiders a few shows ago, I couldn't sleep.
Oh, you
I was
shit your
I was-
pants
I
on
was
that.
freaking out.
When you jumped.
Oh,
I watched a
Yeah.
program
Oh,
yesterday,
yeah,
Deadly
yeah.
60.
oh yeah,
And
I've seen that before.
And they were on about the camel spider. And they said they used like an acid thing to soften it.
Yeah.
Thing, and it's a myth.
Is it? My
They
mate was
they
saying.
bite you, don't get me wrong, but it's not because they're ability to numb the skin and stuff like that. It's a myth.
Well, the camel spiders.
No, that
Ah.
They are massive though, aren't they?
Ah.
it's the myth that they do when they bite your skin, it doesn't numb it. Is
Yeah.
that what the myth is. All right.
Oh.
I don't know.
Ah.
Nature is horrible.
They-
Sounded cool though, didn't it?
They're a member of a spider family, even though they're classed as arachnids.
Yeah.
They're not spiders as
Yeah.
such.
What are they more like then? Kind of like a scorpion.
Yeah,
is
like
it?
you said, a scorpion. Yeah.
Yeah.
They do look a bit. They do look a bit weird, don't they?
Yeah. Oh, they're creepy fucks anyway.
Yeah, bastards. Oh,
Right.
And that's the thing, like, you know, when you see these people, like, because I freaking hate all that, and when you see these people, when you go on holiday or wherever you go, you see these TV programs, and people voluntarily go and stay in the jungle and stuff. Like, are you fucking
I did that.
mental?
I went to Thailand.
Yeah, but Chris, you knew what it was like.
I'm
It was
sorry,
ridiculous.
I just
No,
won't
we,
go.
we were in these cabins, right? And these cabins are amazing because they were built on the sides of these mountains, and underneath it was like 2,000-foot drop.
Yeah, well-
and you can sleep and you can see through the floorboards. You can just see like the canopy beneath you, the forest.
See,
And that.
that would chip me up. I
And
wouldn't
we
do
were
that.
in this.
That's amazing.
Well, we were just in this cabin. It was probably
no
about as
way.
big as this, and you just had nets all around. You just slept on the floor, and you were there, and you could hear like scuttling around. I
Exactly,
felt
yeah,
something
I'd
run
shit
over my leg. I
Done,
was screaming.
done,
Yeah,
I'm
I would.
done.
I'd be freaking jumping out.
I
there,
was like,
wouldn't
Fucking done. I'm going home.
I take
I
my
was like a
chance on the
child. I
canopy.
was screaming.
I'd be like, hi,
Everyone
is
was
this
just pissing
EasyJet?
themselves.
When's your next flight?
And we were on this like we were rafting then, and we were going down this river, and this they're like water spiders, I think they're called, and they run really fast over water. They just go
Fucking
for
hell. See?
flies and stuff, but they're quite big. They probably as big as this cup. And they jump like on leaves and things going down the river, and one jumped on my leg,
No,
and I
hell no.
absolutely shit myself. The guy was laughing because I was like, and I said,
no.
"This is dangerous," and they go, "Oh, no," or if it is, they go, "Oh, a little bit."
Yeah.
So they don't want to frighten you.
Just a little bit.
And we were walking, and like there was like snakes and stuff going past, like, and they were like, "Oh, don't worry," and this green one is like a luminous green one across our path. And the guides just jumped a mile, and they were like, and I said, "Oh, is that dangerous?" And the guy was like, "Oh, a little bit," and he's going, "Go back." It must have been deadly, like for those
Hell no.
guys
You
to
just
stop
don't do.
like
You
that.
don't.
They
See,
see him
that's seen stuff in a while.
That was horrible. It was horrible.
Yeah, but Steve, would you want to see that like the
No,
spiders?
he wants to go fucking swimming with great white sharks.
Really?
Do you?
You
Fuck
want to do
that.
that? No way.
That's my
He wants to take one home.
bucket list.
No.
And yours didn't put you
It's
off.
like when people go out
No,
freaking skydiving.
inspired me.
Yeah, Christ.
It's like when people
I
go
thought it was one of the best
skydiving and that.
films
Like, why would you voluntarily jump out of a?
I went
like Chris went
skydiving.
skydiving and Claire.
Hated it.
And like, yeah,
Absolutely
it was
hated it.
ridiculous. I was like, and Claire and they
I
were
would-
all
Most people
having-
comes out and go, that was the most exhilarating
I
experience.
know. Everyone was saying that.
Would you do
that
it
was
again?
amazing.
But I'll
no.
do it.
What was right? What? So the whole thing
It was
coming down?
horrible. It was just like
Scary.
we were there, and actually we went, and because it was quite windy, it got called off, so we had to go back. And actually, I was thinking, oh, they're going to call us off, and anyway, I can just be like, oh, they called it off, don't worry. And we went there, and they were like, yeah, we're going up now. I was like, what the friggin' hell? And before I knew it, like we were all like the aeroplane's tiny, and there was like 12 of us, like 6
Yeah,
jumpers
see.
and someone with you, and it was just so surreal. And I was there, and you were knowing that you had to jump out, and I got to the edge, and I was like, oh, I don't want to do this, and the guy just went and pushed me out.
Yeah, but it's too late when you're literally.
But
on the
it
edge,
was
you're
just
fucked.
so weird, like, because even when you're like you're free falling, and it's weird. It's just so like disorientating because you know what's going on, but you can't sort of register it.
Yeah, 'cause it
it's
happens
just
too
really
fast,
weird.
So what was it like going down then?
But then, you just couldn't. It's like sticking your head out of a window in
couldn't
a car.
breathe.
You couldn't breathe, couldn't catch your breath, and it was just. And then about. I don't know, 1,000 foot up. So it's a 10,000 foot jump. 1,000 foot up, they deploy their, like, I don't know how high it was, I don't know. And you just glide gently down. But even that I didn't like.
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause it didn't
Why?
feel
Any time you
'cause,
know.
Like, you were, like, below the guy. So the guy was above you
Yeah.
with a parachute. And you were sort of dangling below him, like in between his legs. It's a bit weird.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
it's a bit weird anyway, like a pervy's dream.
It's a bit like the Hangover, you know, when he's got the baby on like the harness
Yeah.
in front of
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
And not just that, but you should see the harnesses. They look so thin.
Yeah.
You're like,
Everything
no
looks
way
like not
is
secure.
that
when
gonna
you
support-
I'd want freaking chains
And I was
double
there.
chains, wouldn't you?
when I was on the ground, I was like, oh my God, I'm so glad I'm on the ground. And the last sort of maybe 200, 300 foot was quite nice because you could see the ground coming quite
Yeah, but
fast.
Chris, you jumped from 10,000 foot and you lasted like, you like the last like
the
200.
last 200 foot was amazing.
Have your eyes closed.
If I didn't No, I didn't, because it was just so, like, you can't describe it.
Things you hear a lot of stories of
Yeah.
people
I fucking
jumping and
hated
not
it.
fucking making it. You know?
Yeah, I would-
bungee jumps, all types.
The army guy, who
tried
sabotaged
to-
his wife's
Yeah, yeah.
Allegedly,
Yeah.
yeah.
parachute.
Yeah.
He did, didn't he? He got
He went to jail. I don't know. I knew it was in
Yeah.
the paper a few weeks ago.
That's a
wasn't it?
horrible
Hey.
way to go, isn't it?
That's
What a
terrible.
sadistic-
But she
I-
survived.
Yeah, she survived,
She
and
survived.
she fell.
Friggin'
She only
hell,
had,
did
like,
she survive
cracked vertebrae and
Yeah.
ribs
She
and
managed
legs and
that.
She
all
fell, literally, jumped out of a plane as normal, hit the floor and
Yeah.
survived.
Yeah,
How?
8,000.
Oh no, one didn't
8,000.
the field newly ploughed or something
Yeah,
like that.
something like that.
Just you would still think though, because you were in
What, so
the war.
10,000
Yeah.
foot and she survived it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was people in the Second World War who their parachutes failed. They fell out of the plane, landed
the
in
first
snow and
parachute
survived.
didn't- the
with
first
little to no
parachute didn't
injuries. It's
open.
mental.
And the reserve one was.
Yeah,
It's all
sabotage.
cat.
Do you
wasn't
see
it?
this? There was this the thing the other
Fucking
day, and
shit
it was
yourself.
called the World's Greatest Escapes. And there's this guy, and it was in Turkey where we went, in a place called Old Denise. And what they do is the highest, like, I don't know, they can paraglide just off the mountains.
right, yeah.
I
Oh,
think
right,
it's like
yeah,
5,000 foot. It's quite high. And then they land on the beach. And this guy was paragliding. And he was like doing loads of stunts and things like that, and he did a flip and like he hit an air pocket or something, and then the you could just see it as like he had the GoPro on, and the parachute just flopped.
Yeah,
All the air
oh.
just went out of it, and he was falling then for I don't know 2,000 or 3,000 foot, and I think it was like
No
100
way.
meters before his parachute deployed, and it slowed him down just enough where. He like broke his leg and loads of different things like that, but he survived, and he was
Fuck.
terrifying.
And these are the idiots who were straight back up there, hadn't they?
You know, he's not done it since.
Good. Only
Yeah, but were these idiots who get like limbs taken off by sharks and stuff,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they're back on the surfboard.
Yeah, that's
Well,
ridiculous.
that
Yeah.
13-year-old girl in there.
Yeah.
She had her arm ripped off by a
Oh,
tiger shark.
yeah.
And she still serves today.
That's
Insane.
messed
You
up.
wouldn't, would you?
She's like a world champion,
Yeah,
though, isn't she?
yeah.
Yeah.
The worst, see, when I fly, that's the only thing. I like holidays, as we know, but I don't like flying. And that's the worst case scenario for me. You're freaking falling out of an airplane. So
Gotta
to do it...
tuck your head down by your knee should be absolutely fine, Tom.
Yeah. It's going to hit the floor.
Don't worry about that mountain you're fucking flying towards.
Yeah.
You'll be
That's the
absolutely
least
fine.
your problem.
Anyway,
Right, let's move on.
Anyway, guys, has anyone had any problems with their skin lately? Because I've got a cure for you.
I bit my nose.
Yeah. What about you, Rat?
Getting itch.
Tom?
No, not really.
What about drinking dog piss?
Please tell us more, Chris.
Was that hair of the dog?
Lovely link. Seamless link.
So did you read this story then in the news
Yeah,
this
yeah.
week?
Go on, fill us in.
Well, this woman suffered really bad. This a woman called Lynn Liu from America, obviously. She's having problems with her acne.
Her name's Ling Lu.
Lynn Liu, L-E-W.
Oh, Lin Lu.
There's a hint
Wish you'd
there,
been
there,
Southern
there's a
America.
Lu.
So anyway, she was struggling with her acne.
Hey, Lin Lu.
She was really depressed and things. So it actually says she was
At
really
what point you
depressed
go
with
from
her
being
acne.
But this is what I want to
Yeah,
find
yeah.
out. Yeah, go on. Please tell us.
So what you do? You're suffering with acne. You go to the shop. Most probably
Yeah.
get some. No,
Go to the doctor.
She starts drinking her dog's piss.
Because that's a big jump, isn't
okay.
it?
Yeah,
just-
it doesn't say how
Well,
she got into that.
That's it. Most doctors say don't use soap. Use
Yeah.
like E45
Or drink your dog's piss.
or drink your dog's piss. Pick one of them.
I don't know. I don't know why she did it.
Yeah, it's a big
I
jump,
don't-
isn't it? Like, how would you know? Because I would know.
That's unbelievable.
I
Like,
would
it
know by
doesn't seem
drinking
real.
my dog's piss. It would help with my skin.
You can actually watch.
Do you know
the
what I mean?
video,
Like
yeah.
that. Do you reckon she just drink
even
it
if
anyway?
it could, I probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
I probably suffer with a bad skin.
But Steve, would you drink your own piss
Well, she says it feels.
if you had to?
If I had to, I suppose it's my
Yeah.
own piss, isn't it? It's my body. Fuck it.
Oh yeah, but still.
I wouldn't
Like,
drink your piss, though.
what happens if you had to? Say we're locked in you now.
There's articles.
Well, I just hope it's a refrigerator. I ain't drinking warm piss.
Yeah.
I don't know how it says, but what she says is that she drinks dog before she was depressed about her acne. Then she started drinking it, and it cleared her acne. It's got she reckons it's the vitamins in it. So it's vitamin A, vitamin E, and 10 milligrams of calcium. It's also been proven to cure cancer as well. So not only did it get rid of her acne, it got rid of her depression, probably because she had acne, and
Yes.
it's curing her
Yeah.
cancer as well.
So she had cancer.
So nutritionist Joy McCarthy dismissed this girl's claim, saying that drinking urine is bad for you.
Well, obviously it is, because all the nutrients, your body takes out all the nutrients, and it's just waste, isn't it?
Well,
When
that's
you
what
have
it
a
says.
piss-
It says that the dog's urine is bad for you because it contains all the dog's toxins.
It's
like what
waste water.
Yeah.
It's like for some reason Bear Grylls always likes to get
Freaking
people to
loves
take
drinking his
their
piss,
own
Well, that's
piss.
in really extreme circumstances, though, isn't it? If when you're literally dying.
But there are people who drink their own piss.
for jet
That's
lag
sick.
and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I
Drink
heard.
piss for jet lag. Is that what
You know,
it is?
Romans
cup of
used to
coffee.
keep their piss for mouthwash. Apparently, it was.
It's
very...
gonna stink like fuck.
No,
Not
apparently
just-
it didn't.
It's good for cleaning as well, wasn't it? It was like
Yeah.
in Roman times, they used it for like cleaning sheets.
In
and
history,
things
they
like
have used it
The
for.
Did I wash it up
Yeah,
today?
ammonia. They
Yeah.
use ammonia in the piss. To
Margarine.
They used to buy
leather,
it.
wasn't it?
Isn't that incredible, though?
But
Isn't
get a
that
double
incredible?
silver.
Fuck. I'd be interested to know how she actually come up with that bright idea.
I know.
Yeah.
How would you come up
Do you
with
think
that,
she was
though?
drinking the piss anyway, and then as a side effect, she's like, "Oh, my skin's gone better."
I
She's
reckon.
probably blowing off her dog, and the dog just pissed in her mouth. And she's going, that's
Oh,
nice.
Steve.
It's just like
It does make you wonder, because that's a massive jump, isn't it?
But like, there's another video as well about Hindu worshippers drinking cow's urine, but that's for religious reasons. So that's
See, they're
it's
drinking piss,
mental
but you won't
before-
have in a curry.
but well, no,
No.
but the thing is though, you could that's for a religious reason. They do it, but drinking your own dog's piss.
No, drinking your own. Wait there. Listen to that in a sentence. Drinking your own. That's bad enough. But then dog's piss.
I just don't know how that even comes.
Yeah, I don't
just
know
don't
how-
know.
So when the dog's pissing, she must stand there with a
Yeah, with
freaking
a cup
cup.
and
Oh,
collects
and it'd
it.
be warm.
Can you imagine walk past and she's shouting at her dog for pissing?
It's probably
And she's
lit by
like,
every
"You're
lamp-
wasting it."
She probably lit by every lamppost.
I just wonder though, because there's
It's
a
conscious
video
leg.
there's a video online of it.
I think it's bollocks. I think she's made that up. I
don't know.
can't understand.
Why would you go in the newspaper?
No,
one
one
in
person will probably watch it and think, I might
Oh
try
yeah,
that.
someone, of course.
To be
they
honest,
would,
there are
yeah.
people probably with really bad acne who would watch that and go, "I will do
That
fucking
desperation, isn't it?
anything."
But Jesus Christ, like
I've read
your own-
before though that putting urine stale urine on acne clears it up, but never drinking it.
Let's have a look. Oh, this is
Is
disgusting.
it the video's there? Is it?
Yeah.
It's gotta be.
Jesus.
There's some weird stuff online in there.
You see these people, these different tribes who drink blood and that?
Blood and milk together, like they get a goat, don't they? They stick
Yeah,
it,
they
but
cut
they
it.
only,
Adverts playing a minute.
but they only
Yeah.
cut a certain amount, then they stitch it back up.
Well, do you know how they stitch it? Well, they stop to stem the blood flow with mud. Yeah.
He does that on Lone Survivor, didn't he? He gets shot in the stomach. You seen it?
Yeah.
And he packs the wound with dirt, doesn't he?
Yeah, yeah. It's like coagulant, isn't it?
Sorry, just wait for this video to load up now. It's just adverts. Bloody
I'm quite
everything is
intrigued
adverts
to-
nowadays.
Yeah, it
Does
annoys
my
me.
head in.
I was
What annoys
saying
me-
about adverts the other day. I was looking at something online. I can't remember what it was now. And there's definitely something in there because on my phone, then the next day, my son was watching something on YouTube, and no, that's what it was. I was looking at a waterproof television for my bathroom, and then when my son was looking on YouTube, an advert came up for waterproof televisions. I've never looked at one before.
Yeah, why would you need a waterproof television?
Oh, you can put.
Do you only want is a waterproof television to get a projector?
No, what you can
why would
you
you
can
need
buy televisions now that go in your bathroom, and when they're not being used, they turn into mirrors.
Yeah, I've seen those before. They've been around for a little bit, haven't they?
They're amazing now though. So
But
it's
why do
just
you want a TV anyway in every room in the house anyway?
when I go into the bath and I go in there for ages, and I do like to relax there sometimes.
Read a book.
Yeah, but you can't read a book in the bath, can you?
Yeah, I read a book in the bath.
Well, get one of
Can you
those
like
little
books in the bath?
floaty little book.
But
Yeah.
this thing though, it's got a radio in it as well. It's just a radio, it's a TV. It's
You're
a
gonna
mirror.
buy one?
I don't know. It's
How
about
much? Here
it's
we
like
go.
600 quid
Jesus, no way.
for something that I might not use. Right, yeah. So James has got a video of the dog.
Right.
All right.
So
Yeah.
right, okay.
Dog's having a pee. She's got a cup.
She's actually holding it with the dog. She's looking very eager.
I bet the dog's thinking, what the hell?
Come on,
She's
Fluffy.
used to it now, isn't she?
Oh no, she's doing it as well.
No.
Even the
way.
dog looks freaking embarrassed, doesn't he?
No, he doesn't.
What's she doing? So she got the cup underneath his bits.
She's literally.
Cup in it. Oh my
So
god.
is she gonna drink it warm?
She's gonna drink it now.
No, she's not.
She's gonna drink it now.
Why have they got two screens? Oh no way!
Oh my.
Oh, fuck off. You
My-
dirty bitch. That's disgusting. That's horrible. No, that's feral. That's disgusting.
It's like a cider.
Oh my god. That's dirty. That's
Is it?
dirty.
Sure, that's not good. Isn't that Whitney
Oh my
Wisconsin?
God.
What's her name?
That's
No,
disgusting.
she looks like it.
Right, it
No,
must...
it is her. That's definitely her. Oh my god.
That's disgusting. That's absolutely
Well,
stupid.
it's
That's.
I wonder if that's
That
just
looks
been
like
edited
Whitney
though, and it's like.
Oh yeah. It,
Lynn spoke.
She looks
That, so that we'll put the links up
oh, that's
for that.
disgusting. That's absolutely
We'll put it in the
feral.
Facebook group, Lad Chat Facebook group. So check us on
That's
Facebook.
absolutely disgusting.
I'm sure Chris wouldn't mind putting that up
God.
on the.
I'll put it up. That's
it
disgusting.
looks like a nice cider from a distance.
It does look
I
like
wonder if
cider.
that's been
Yeah.
edited though, and someone's
It
just
could
like.
have, yeah, it could have been. I guess.
What
it
do you
could have
reckon?
been.
No, that boys, that is legit.
Yeah, James. I
That
just
is
trying to,
legit.
I was trying to
I've
unsee
seen
what I
pretty
saw,
girls
No.
with
James.
weird things.
Well, Ratty's got a brief story touching
Go on.
upon weird girls
on.
with their pets. What was her name again?
Yeah, Whitney, Wisconsin, an
Whitney
American girl.
Right.
Like she claims that she can't get jobs or have steady boyfriends,
Right.
but she got her own like a YouTube videos
Yeah.
set out,
Is she?
and she openly admits that she fucks dogs.
No, that's illegal.
And she'll tell you what dogs are good to fuck.
No way.
What dogs are good lickers.
No.
That's categories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's only like 22, 23 years old. She's a Victoria model. Those
Well, Victoria's
lingerie-
Secret.
Yeah, Victoria's Secret
No.
model.
I've
And
heard the name
and
before.
she lost her job. She can.
Well, because of this.
Yeah, she can hold a boyfriend.
Well,
Well,
would you really,
understandably.
yeah, would
Yeah.
you
What
want to
about
be...
infections and stuff like that? When
Obviously,
a
they
dog
cure
like-
cancer. Dogs piss and fucking tongue. Yeah.
What's her name? Whitney. No.
Wisconsin.
No, so that's legit. She's
Yeah,
sleeping
yeah,
with dogs.
yeah.
Isn't that illegal? Or bestiality
What,
is
who?
illegal, isn't it?
So, is it just like, how many dogs has she got?
She only got one. She's got like a German Shepherd, but she's tried like, she said like pit bulls.
How can she do that though? Like,
She
is
said
that,
with a pit bull, the best thing is don't move.
This is serious. You're not like you're not.
No, I'm
stringing
trying,
her
like,
along.
I'm trying to find a video for her now because it basically all come out, and as you can imagine, she got absolutely
Jesus,
trolled
Well,
and
yeah, yeah,
abused
you would,
online, and a lot of people having a go at her and all that kind of stuff until how sick she is,
that is sick.
and then she's got a video of her like apologising. Oh, hang on a minute. So, 10 reasons why Whitney Wisconsin is the world's famous dog molester.
But
Oh
that
my
is
God.
abuse of dogs.
Yeah,
though.
it is. The dog. Hey, the dogs might not be up for it.
Because she has
What was the name of that girl just then? That drinks the piss?
Lou.
Luling.
Lou.
Amy Lou is Whitney Wisconsin.
No, this is
No, I thought it was the same girl.
That ain't the one who has sex with dogs, is it?
I thought it looked the same. That's what I said. Is that
Well, you can have a look at her now.
That's what I said. Is that Whitney Wisconsin? Because you're blonde.
I'm a bit reluctant to
girl.
have actually dog fucking on my YouTube history.
Yeah. Oh my God, she's not serious.
No, that's
is
not the
she?
same girl.
No, I don't think it is. She
It
looks,
looks like
her.
it though.
Yeah.
Nah, it's not the same girl.
So she's genuinely.
No, she's legit, mate. She likes to have sex
Yeah.
with dogs.
Reason number 2. Dogs' tongues can get very hard to reach places. You can feel amazing.
So, dogs' tongues can get in hard to reach places. Can you believe it?
Possible for a dog to impregnate a human. Meaning, you can have sex 24/7, risk-free.
Risk-free.
You cannot get an STD,
What?
which is a huge thing nowadays.
Can you not get an STD from a dog?
I don't want
I
to
mean-
fuck a dog just to try out either.
Yeah, but like, surely they must have diseases
I'm
too.
sure they must have.
Or was that because in Europe of a woman dying from
Wait there, you could get an infection from a dog bite.
This is pretty much the only thing that can happen.
So how?
Alright,
how
enough
can,
of that. So yeah, so
oh, that's
yeah.
How
weird.
can you get an infection if a dog's like?
She's just bullshitting, and she don't know fuck all.
Jesus, like how
I
do
don't
you...
know that. I that doesn't sound. This sounds too weird.
Oh no, she got
No,
more.
that's the shit.
She got more.
So
She got
she was
more
a-
video.
No, she
videos,
really
right?
goes to town because Ratty was telling me about it. Of course, just out of curiosity, you go on YouTube and she literally gives like help to other women who want to have sex with dogs, the type of dogs to go look at and what they can do.
But YouTube allow
Like, she
her.
does
on-
everything.
Yeah.
She's another one. She drinks her own piss. She's done that on the fucking.
Well, she's got bigger fish to fry, haven't she?
Yeah.
To be
Can you
fair,
believe
it doesn't
that?
seem that weird, does it, when you consider what she's come out with?
I would dress up as a dog just to have a go on her.
Well, even though
Yeah,
you know
Ratty
she's
walking
had sex
in.
with
I
dog.
won't go down on her.
Oh, Steve.
Ratty walking on his hind legs. Woof.
You go in. Have you seen that program? I think I sent you a link when it was on about these people who dress up as dogs.
Oh,
Have you seen it? They wear
Yeah,
the latex and all that.
Fucking weirdos,
yeah.
mate.
No, that's proper. Like they go to dog
That's
contests.
messy, yeah.
But I think there's a second
There's
side to that, like-
people.
That's a fetish.
Yeah, there's so many weird fetishes out there, man. It's fucking crazy.
That's the
Fucking
weirdest thing I've
crazy.
ever
Zombie
heard.
girls live them.
Right, talk about sex fetishes,
Oh, right.
Tom.
So, this
Try before
story-
you buy.
Sex dolls, right? Try before you buy.
Oh my god.
So,
So,
the
were we
story
talking
is-
blow up
Like
dolls?
disposable
No,
fannies,
no,
click
look,
away
they're
fanny, chuck it
proper-
away.
Oh, right, the
Latex,
expensive ones.
yeah, they're
oh, yeah,
proper
yeah. We can get those
expensive
from there,
ones.
Tom?
well,
How much are they?
So I'm not as amazed by the actual story. I'm more amazed the fact there's actually sell buy before you try sex dolls.
So, are they allowed to have full-on sex?
Yeah, so
I feel
a
sorry for
sex
the poor
doll
fucker
company
who comes.
is offering
Got to clean and
customers.
scoop it out.
So basically, go at it, come all over it, all in it, and then some guy's gonna go, nah, I don't want it. Oh,
that's
fuck's
right, yeah.
sake.
I'm only after a one night
I'll try the
stand.
other
Nigel, get a sponge.
Just check my muck in it. One night stand. Yeah, free.
I'm not calling you either, bitch.
So right, so the actual story isn't as amazing as the fact. Like
Yeah,
the story
okay.
is like a side thing, a side dish.
Right.
To be
So
fair,
right, so
I
a sex doll company is offering its customers the opportunity to try before you buy. Well, it's been fined 10 grand for the task of not having a license, over the lack of having a license even. Love Doll UK, based in Gateshead, hit the headlines earlier this year for running a unique try before you buy service. How the hell did we hear about this?
So
The
how is that set up then? I
Well,
suppose
the
you take
business offers clients the opportunity to pay £100 to spend time with the plastic dolls before deciding whether or not to pay £2,000 to buy one. That's a lot of money, isn't it?
but I suppose you're
um,
paying for it. So I mean, you're obviously the £100 goes towards
Yes,
you
it's
know
not free then, is it?
scoopers and flannels and sponges, and some poor bastard to
Guys,
do it.
I'm going to be honest. I'm still messed up by Steve's story. Yeah. So I'm still like, just can't.
I was amazed that people actually like.
Oh, did you see that program though? There's a documentary on a few
Yeah.
months ago about like sex dolls, and
Yeah,
there
I
was
saw
this,
that,
and they were making like a proper like robotic
AI.
one, yeah.
Yeah.
And the like doll could.
They
talk.
don't work though. They're shit.
Yeah.
How do you know, James?
No, because I watched the documentary. There's no fluid
they
at most of the
get the
hips. It's just like if you're underneath one, right? So see, you know, when we get the male one, you're just like that.
It's the sound.
Yeah.
It's the
You're getting crushed like fucking Terminator.
But if you want a
Dun,
sex
dun,
doll,
dun,
why
dun.
would you want to make it talk?
Well, no, it's more
fucking
interactive.
That
Like,
is bad enough getting women to shut up, like.
Yeah, no, but that's the thing. Like
Why
a woman
Why can't you
sex
get it to
doll.
make you a sandwich or something, you know?
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
Steve, you can't say that.
no, what it's for? It's for people to
Get to make
interact
you a
with as well.
sandwich.
So like when they come home, they'll like say, "Did you see it?" And they were like, "Oh, how's your day? How's things going on? How was
Yeah.
your meeting?" So it's more than a sex doll. It was
It's more like a
interactive.
companion.
Yeah, and you could like
But I
they could do all the
suppose,
things on.
yeah, but I suppose these sex dolls like these are going to be for like very, very lonely
Oh, the
men.
people
Yeah.
they were taking it out.
very lonely
abuse
rich
if you
men.
batter it? Say it says something, "How was your day?" Well, fuck off!
I've had a hard day.
But these guys that were
Comes up
taking,
with a rubber black eye attachment on his
So you can
face.
put it on there.
but these dolls, these guys though, they were like taking their dolls out like shopping.
Yeah,
they were sticking
like-
in wheelchairs. They were
pathetic.
taking them for drives. They were taking them
Yeah.
for drive-through.
Like I took
it's
his date.
weird.
He took one on a date with him. They were sat by the side of the river.
Yeah.
And she sat there and she just falls over.
Yeah,
It's quite
sure,
sad.
It is
But-
it's a
sad.
bit weird.
But because it's weird, because you gotta figure about it. It's like you must be into like fucking dead people.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to be like...
they're not moving back and
No.
forth. They're just playing dead.
Yeah, imagine that. You're just
lifeless.
looking down at some
It's lifeless.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it laying down to his eyelash closed like with the baby dolls?
It's odd, isn't
It
it?
was
Like,
weird. Like it was just really bizarre.
But they're very expensive. Some of these, they reckon like tens of thousands of pounds.
Of course, mate.
That's-
All these people,
But-
sad bastards, got
But
loads
you,
of
but
money
you
in the
know
bank.
so in Bowen, you just see a truck pull out beside your house with a big massive 7-foot crate.
It's
being
not a
delivered.
sex doll. It's a fridge.
But these people-
Freezer.
Crowbar to open it.
But these
It's
people-
arrived. Thanks, Amazon.
These people didn't seem bothered by it though. They were just like going out to the shops
They're
with them,
mentally
putting in
ill.
wheelchairs.
They're mentally
It's
ill.
something. There's
It's
something
weird.
not
They're
right.
mentally ill.
It was a
because
proper
this-
relationship.
This morning, when
They're mentally ill.
the guy had a doll, Susan or something he called her.
What was that? Oh, the AI thing.
No, a guy had a sex doll on that This Morning program,
Oh no, I saw that.
and
yeah.
like he lets his kids, you know.
And
I
his
think I've
wife
seen
was saying that it doesn't bother him, wasn't she?
Oh,
and all that.
yeah.
He's got a wife as well, and
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
not bothered because she's probably having some of the action.
What? That's mad.
No, that was the
innit?
one where they said they had like threesomes and that, wasn't there?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
That's strange.
boys, this episode's taking a bit of a dodgy
Yeah,
fucking
we
turn
need
today.
let's get on to something amazing because I'm still freaked out by
All right,
Steve.
let's get totally off subject. Let's talk about the child genius.
Do you see that?
8-year-old goes to uni.
Unbelievable.
An
isn't
8-year-old
it?
kid in uni. That's
That's
amazing.
Well,
impressive
not
stuff.
just that. She's got an IQ. So she's a little girl from Belgium. Her name's Lauren Simmons. She's got an IQ of 145 and she's 8. So to be
Wow.
considered a genius, your score needs to be 140. She's got an IQ of 145 at 8.
Wow.
That's
That's
impressive.
Do you
Yeah.
think like her childhood is spoiled now? Because like she won't have a childhood because her parents are probably like
Is it him?
the books,
Sorry.
stick in the books.
But
It's intense. Uni at
but
8,
you.
innit?
But the thing is
Because you got this unique child.
And not just that.
but then again, is what does she consider to be fun?
He.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a he.
He, sorry.
Yeah.
Was it he, was it?
It's a he, Lauren, yeah. Laurent, sorry. But not just that.
Laurent.
He finished his high school education. It should have took him 6 years. He completed in 18 months.
So you might know how to work a computer and got an exam cheat.
Yeah, cheating.
Yeah, might just be really, really good at cheating.
But I suppose, you know, a child of 8 who's in uni, I mean, they're going to find, like my son would gladly smash 2 cars together. He's 7, right?
Yeah, yeah.
They're going to find that so uninteresting,
Yeah.
Well, this boy.
so not fulfilling.
Yeah, but they want to crash protons together.
Yeah, that's probably what I do, yeah.
And that's it. And
But
I want to make a black hole.
Imagine that, go in your room. Daddy, I made a black hole. Fucking close the thing.
well, this is it. Like, what he said is his father said he was never interested in toys. All he was interested is when he's interested in statistics, geometry, and algebra.
Yeah,
That's
God,
incredible. You do think though, you know, some people.
Maybe just do studies on that child. Nothing like fucking, you know, traumatizing,
Weird,
but
yeah.
just to
Yeah,
just to
just to-
find out what it is. Then
Yeah.
Is
at that
it-
age to have that.
insane.
Yeah, I mean, are
knowledge.
they using more of the brain? Is that what it
This
is?
is it,
Does she
though.
have some type of like autism or?
Well, this is it.
Yeah,
do you know,
like,
it makes
He,
you think,
sorry, I keep saying she.
It makes you think though that some people are just
Geniuses.
Yeah.
just born like
Just
with natural
Child
gifts.
prodigies, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
it's-
you got that.
Well, it's like Sheldon of Big Bang, isn't it? I know that's
Yeah.
a fictional character, but his,
Yeah, no,
his fictional character is more
pretty
or less
much, yeah.
like
They
that.
do exist.
and it's like athletes, isn't it? When athletes are just born with
yeah.
amazing talents, people haven't got like Ronaldo.
Yeah, it
and
was like
Messi.
Messi.
Just exceptional people, isn't
There
it?
were videos of Messi when he was like 8. He was doing at 8 what he's doing now.
Yeah.
Just around little kids. It's incredible. The
You-
skill.
the
like,
videos you see of him when he was a little child,
Yeah.
and maybe we should try and put some out.
He's just as
But
good
he
now.
is. He's tiny. He's a tiny
Yeah.
child,
Yeah.
and he's taking on like the whole team on his own. All the kids are just like standing
But
there. and he's
it's just
running around.
it's just some people get that,
yeah,
don't they?
it's,
They
it's
just
natural.
built to
God
do it,
given
like,
It's
gift, isn't it?
interesting, though, isn't it? Do you know when they talk about natural talent, can it be taught, or is it just
I
born?
don't think so.
I think
Something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. How can that be taught?
You
Yeah.
can't. Yeah, you could be taught to be a good footballer, but it takes a natural
Yeah,
ability
yeah.
to become exceptional.
Yeah.
It's almost like anything like the arts. You could be taught how to play a guitar,
boxing and all
but then you won't be a
Yeah.
very good guitarist unless you've got a natural ability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to have your own flair.
Yeah,
And,
no,
and that's
definitely.
it, though, you know. And when they talk about, like, this week I've been really reading quite a lot about Nikola Tesla, do you know, about all things.
Oh,
like
Nikola
that.
Tesla. He died in the New Yorker, wasn't it? Wasn't it the New Yorker?
No,
New
it
Yorker?
was the Roosevelt one.
The Roosevelt, that's right. He was found
I
dead
stayed there.
I stayed in Roosevelt as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, what do you
yeah,
think?
It's nice. Nice, old-fashioned,
Loved
but
it, yeah.
really
Yeah.
grand reception.
Funny story in the Roosevelt. Me and Nick, we had this the corner. It was just opposite Madison Avenue.
Yeah,
It's an
yeah.
amazing view. You could see like
You've been actually everything in Central Park and
Yeah.
Times Square is just a
Yeah.
few blocks away.
Yeah.
2 blocks. And anyway, me and Nick were there, and Nick was like, "Oh, this door, like there was an adjoining room to our door,
Oh, you don't
an
want them.
adjoining door to our room." And Nick was like really weird in that, and there was people trying to get through our door all the time we were there. We
Probably wondering where does this
Yeah,
door
yeah,
go to?
yeah.
No, we were knocking. We were sorry. I'm still freaked out by that pissing free and stuff. But we stayed there, and like we were they were knocking on the door trying to get through all the time we were there, and we were like, well, there's people in here.
Fucking hell.
I know.
That's a bit dodgy. Why would you have a design like that?
I don't know. Well, it's for shade room.
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
for shade.
Like,
I
when
suppose,
people
yeah.
I've been on
have
holiday when you got like kids in the other
kids.
room.
It's amazing at the
Yeah,
Roosevelt, wasn't there?
Oh, it's a really nice place.
Yeah. Oh,
Nice staff. Again, you walk. I remember one morning getting up, walking out, getting a cup of coffee, a few blocks down the
Starbucks
street.
there. In the morning, Starbucks on the
Dunkin'
bar,
Donuts.
Yeah.
you
Next
know.
time I go, I want to go somewhere a bit different. We always stay in the same place, and it's lovely, really modern.
Oh, it's nice
but-
for us. Fine.
Shall I tell you the funny thing? Tom always used to go nuts because Nick's parents went on holiday to the same thing, and I told Tom, he's like, "Why do people go to the same hotel? It's fucking stupid. There's so much for." Tom, how many times have you been to that hotel in New York?
I was making a point about something else.
Yeah, exactly.
I was making a point about something else there.
Tom's been
Quite
to the
clearly.
same hotel twice in New York.
I'm gonna give me 2 seconds. Crack on. I just go check the door a minute.
Yeah, no, it's,
Come on.
no, it was, as I said, it was,
Absolutely amazing. But yeah, and you know, Nikola Tesla, when he died, they were saying about him, and I was gonna, and we will have to do a conspiracy on this about him producing free energy.
Oh,
And
yeah,
when he
yeah.
died, apparently the FBI came into his room. He had a safe wherever he went to
And
keep all his
everything got nicked,
papers.
didn't it?
Everything got taken, all destroyed, and apparently he's working on like Tesla coils and things, and he was sponsored by energy companies to develop energy. And he developed energy that was free, and he didn't think people should have to pay for it. And apparently, he made these. He reckoned he can have like I don't know how many numbers of towers.
I
but
can't
he
see
wa-
how anyone can, be horrible and not have a think is a good idea, because
But
there's
except
just
for
money-
energy
there's just money
companies.
Yeah.
grabbing governments
Yeah.
yeah.
don't
Well,
want you to have anything.
well,
free.
imagine-
They want,
imagine this guy who could-
something that help benefits and
Well, he said with the technology that he had, he believed that he could harness from gaps, because he, in space, he said that people believe there's no energy, but what he says is there is a lot of energy.
Spark up. What does he say?
Pack up.
A walk up.
What he said is every man, woman, and child could have free warmth, free energy.
Who's this now?
Oh, the guy Nikola
Tesla.
Tesla that died in the Roosevelt. and he wanted to
Well, that
develop
should be
free
the aim of every scientist now.
Yeah, but
Sustainable energy.
I know, but these big companies that are shut
yeah.
down, they don't want that, do they? Imagine BP. Everyone says, "Oh yeah, we don't need your petrol anymore."
no oil. Ooh,
Imagine the Saudi government and things like that, and the
Yeah.
Russian government, an American government for that
the
matter,
money they'll lose.
Brazilian government, all massively funded by
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah.
But most governments are in the
It's like what's his name? Elon Musk.
Oh, right, yeah, the guy.
That guy's going to do some crazy things.
Yeah,
Electric cars.
he's the Amazon guy, isn't he?
No, what's he?
No, he's like
He's like an inventor, isn't he?
philanthropist.
Yeah, he,
A lot to do with,
the
like,
Tesla car and all that.
rockets to the moon and all
Did you
that.
see
Yeah,
the
they-
Tesla cars caught on fire, didn't it? Did you see it?
Tesla car man. I
They-
think in a few
but he
years.
says it was
I think it's
sabotage,
just
didn't it?
problems because they got these lithium batteries and
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's, when Richard Hammond, when he had his crash in the electric car, it wouldn't stop.
Oh, that was why, was it? He had the
Yeah,
crash.
it wouldn't
Oh,
stop.
right.
It wouldn't stop. It won't. He took the turn wrong. He fell. He went on rolling down the bank, but the car caught on fire, and the fire brigade could not get his car out
Yeah.
Well,
because of the lithium batteries.
No, was it?
Just kept on going, and then resparking.
These are the
again.
problem with the lithium batteries.
Yeah,
if they pierce, they become really
Yeah, they're
unstable.
fucking hell.
Because I want to take him.
It's the same when people had back last year, people with the smoking devices,
Oh,
E-cigs
yeah,
and stuff.
e-cigs and that, and they're like blowing up in their pockets, so they overcharge and they're blowing up. Same with there was hoverboards.
I put me off
and
using
stuff
mine,
like that.
actually, I did.
It's these
Yeah.
Well,
batteries.
you
They're
used to use them, did you?
they're not strongly cased.
Could you
they're
remember though
contained.
when they were talking about they were banned on airplanes, weren't they?
Yeah,
and people were
lithium
going
battery.
crazy.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake! I mean, come on, it's gonna blow up the airplane.
Hey,
Is
Steve,
that not real?
I was
Like,
amazed by the
reasonable?
fact you said about airplanes, by the fact that the air on the planes now is worse than it was when people were smoking,
Yeah.
which makes sense. But as I said, I told someone in work about that. They're like, "Oh no," and I was like, "Oh well, Steve reckons it was true."
Steve knows his shit, bro.
But that going on about airplanes, with my drone, I always want to take my drone on holiday and that. But that's the problem. You're not allowed lithium
Yeah,
batteries on the
yeah.
plane.
Oh, you have to
So I
pay, like-
wonder if I could
Also, laws in other countries.
yeah.
A lot of shit.
But if you're
Well,
being
we were
sensible-
shooting the other day
Yeah,
for a
yeah.
school, and the police rang
Yeah.
from
But-
another school because we were flying a
You
drone.
can't take lithium batteries.
Can't take lithium batteries on the plane, apparently.
Well, you take your phone, don't you? They got lithium batteries.
Yeah, but apparently with drones, they're funny about the batteries because I was looking to take.
It's supposed you need to take quite a few, don't you?
Yeah, well, two. I need to take two. They're
Big
quite
ones.
big ones. They're like literally. They're probably about.
But saying that, you
Because
could
the
probably
size of the
buy
ball.
them out there, can you?
Nah, they're
But you
expensive.
need to bring it back
like,
though.
Yeah. So and you're over 100 quid a battery, and they 125 quid, 150
So,
quid.
any more on this little girl?
No, that's
Little boy?
Little
Fucking
boy,
hell.
No, when I saw, I thought she
Never
was
know.
a girl as
He
well.
could change.
He could change his gender
could
because
change
there's every
his
right to change his gender at any
Yeah.
minute.
I
Yeah.
just think it's absolutely incredible.
He might be called
Imagine,
Professor
like,
X.
imagine this guy. So he does his degree now. So by the time he's 11, he'll have had a degree.
That's insane.
Well, hopefully, not only is he a very intelligent young lad, he's also a very nice young lad.
Yeah, yeah.
And doesn't use his genius for world
evil.
domination.
Yeah. I just think it's absolutely incredible.
It's the
Imagine
real
that,
start.
You know, how proud must his family be? Like, if 11-year-old kid.
For me.
by the-
Where's he from again? Belgium.
Belgium.
Yeah.
So imagine that. By the time he's 20, imagine what he could have
Oh,
achieved.
but wait,
Crikey, just works in
about it,
Asda
guys.
part-time.
Yeah,
But
just
saying that can't be asked.
Once he reached puberty, everything might
Yeah.
change for him.
He might
But
get
guys,
there.
what's he going to do in the meantime? Because at 11, right, he will have finished his education.
He'll
At
fucking
11.
retire by the time he's 23.
No, but he can't
I'm
work till he's like, what's the age of working?
You're not getting working. NASA will snap him up.
I'm sure he'll
Yeah.
be doing some
He'll
sort
have
of
some
what can he
sweat
do-
shop.
But what could he do
So,
though?
yeah.
Because you
Well,
can't.
Well,
11
do
with a
taxes or
degree. You
something.
can
You would make science. They don't give a fuck how old you are. If you can test their theories and come up with new theories and discoveries and all the rest of it, they'll fucking
I'm
pull
sure
you in.
They'll have ya.
some company
Well,
could get
NASA
him in.
had the fucking Nazis. I'm sure they were minding
Yeah.
8-year-old fucking
Yeah, it's true.
genius.
I think that's incredible.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible.
Right, Chris, we going to Conspiracy Corner?
Yeah.
What we got then, bro?
Welcome to Chris's Conspiracy Corner.
So the Georgia guy. So, have you ever heard about
No,
this?
never.
I'm sure we talked about him.
We might have done. So
Might have.
I'll give you the backstory to this. Okay, so in March 1980, a man walked into a shop. Well, it wasn't a shop. It was.
Sounds like a bit of a joke here.
Yeah. An Englishman, Irishman, and a Welshman walked into a bar.
So he went into this masonry shop and he went and he wanted 5 enormous stones to be produced.
Okay.
He gave a
Wait, a
fake-
masonry store.
yeah. So they're huge stones. So it looks like Stonehenge. They're called the Georgia stones. They were put in place by people they don't know what they were, and they come and they've got like 10 rules on them. If you're not here, we must have talked
I
about
like the
this before.
commandments, no?
10 commandments. They were in different. They're in Chinese. They were in English. They were in Spanish, Russian, Arabic, Hebrew, Hindu, and Swahili.
What about Welsh?
No, only 10 dialects. So land was purchased by a group of people just saying they were American. They were just American patriots. He went into this shop and they ordered this massive project to be done. 5 huge stones. And these were massive stones.
So people walked into a masonry shop and they said, "Can we have these
yeah,
stones made and scribed
yeah.
and then placed?"
So a bit of land that was bought by this
Okay.
this organisation who no one knows who it was. Okay, these stones are absolutely massive. So they were like 20 foot tall.
That's massive, that. Massive.
Together, 2.5, so £250,000.
So
They're huge, 26 stone. And anyway, so the inscriptions say it's got like
Are
this
they the same? It's the same thing, different languages.
same thing, different languages.
Yeah.
So it looks a bit like Stonehenge. We'll put
Okay.
it up. And so what one number one is.
Sorry.
So the 10 rules are humans have to be maintained under $500 million, so 500 million,
In fact, then there's loads of us.
to be in perpetual balance with nature. When people reproduce, so the guide, people should have a guide on reproduction, and they should reproduce wisely, only with fit humans and that are diverse, from a diverse
Hence,
background.
Love Island.
Love
Carry
Island,
on.
exactly. Humanity must be united with one language. So that's got number 3. The fourth rule is rule with passion, faith, tradition, and all things.
That's a bit
tempered-
contradicting, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I was just
One
thinking.
language, yet you're doing in 5 schools in different
Well,
languages.
because we haven't got one language, have we?
At the moment, we haven't.
Yeah,
no.
but which one would be the true one language?
Well,
Well, whoever
to be
acknowledges-
decided.
Is that- is that-
Chinese.
An interesting one now that's probably quite relevant is protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts.
But that's a bit contradictory to the rest of it, isn't
yeah,
it?
because you're on about killing a lot of people just to get the numbers
It
down.
doesn't say
to
about
have
killing people.
Well, it could be a
says
guideline.
humanity should be maintained
Creeping
under
death.
half a billion. I'll go through all these and then we'll chat
yeah.
about it. Next, rule number 6, all nations should be left to rule independently, resolving their own internal disputes.
Yeah.
External disputes should have one world court. It's talking about one global power. Avoid petty laws and useless officials. I think everyone would agree to that, wouldn't they? Balance personal rights with social duties. Prize beauty, love with seeking harmony with the infinite. And the last one is don't be a cancer on the earth. Leave room for nature.
That's all that, right? I'm going to say that contradicts itself because it's talking about like people to manage, basically be self-sufficient and stuff like that. Yeah, they're freaking setting out guidelines how we should live.
What's the conspiracy about it?
So what
It's the mystery of where they've come
who
from.
it does, and who lots of people think is actually the Illuminati saying what their plan is. So to bring down, to have one central government, one laws for people, one language, a population of 500 million.
See, there is some truth there because there's studies done on rats, like they always study on, and what they find from these studies is rats seem to work better when it's smaller groups. In a larger area, but when it becomes condensed populations in such small areas, that's when you get a lot of antisocial behaviour, a lot of mental illness, and all that kind of stuff. And you know, I think there's something to be.
And what the
made of
amazing
that.
thing about this was this guy that went in, and they described him as a tall man. Do you know? Isn't it really interesting?
Like the fucking
tall
Men in
man.
Black or-
Anonymous clothes. He gave a name, and he said, "My name's Christian, but it's not my real name." These guys were really.
He said, "My name's Christian."
But it's not my real name.
Yeah, Christian what?
No, that was it. He didn't give a surname.
What's the point in saying that's my
you
real
just
name
go-
now?
Yeah, you just don't.
Just so he ordered it. So the guy was really. So they went.
What's your name? Not telling you.
Yeah, we'll just go with Christian.
It could be whatever you
And he's
want
on the
to be.
computer. I have to put something down. Oh, Christian. Surname.
It's gonna be Dave, what?
Surname. It's
So-
not my real name.
So when they first went into it, they were really skeptical. This company that took it on. So they.
How much did they pay for this?
It doesn't go into all of that. All they said that the president. So the guy went with really specific plans, where it had to be, what way it should face and everything. So it's a clock as well. So when it goes out, it's a clock as well, and it's a calendar.
Where's this to in America?
In
Where
Georgia, it's actually you can actually put.
So are they all in Georgia?
Yeah.
No, people see it on Google Maps.
Oh,
Yeah,
I want
it's
people
on-
from
it's-
Russia.
it's
now
on-
gonna see it.
So that's how it looks. Can you see that? It looks a
Yeah,
bit
I
like
can.
Stonehenge.
Yeah,
But if
just-
they're all there, how is everyone else going to see it? Like Russians and
Well, it's there for
The
the
Arabs
world,
and
isn't it?
stuff.
I don't know. But anyway, this guy.
Georgia's a local tourist spot these days.
You think they put it in somewhere like Washington or New York or one of the bigger places?
But
wouldn't
when they came into it, they said it was just a group of anonymous Americans that had been planning this for 20 years. The guy wanted confirmation. Apparently, they could afford it, and the manager of the bank actually went to this company and showed that they could afford it and things like that. It's really amazing. And what the bank manager's name was Wyatt C. Martin of the Granite City Bank. When he died, documents relating to this he destroyed before he died. So who was involved in it and things like that, who had commissioned it. He did the last thing in his will was to destroy all the paperwork relating to it.
Destroy all knowledge.
it sounds like just some art project.
Yeah, maybe
It does it.
maybe it's just a thing like.
Because
Just do that, just to
they haven't
get
done
people
anything,
to
is it?
talk.
It hasn't done anything yet. No.
And it's quite obvious stuff.
Yeah, it's a bit contradictory. I
Yeah,
find,
yeah,
with
but
the
there's nothing revolution about that thinking.
I don't know. Freaking population
rid-
control of the world
so if
is
we
quite
think-
relevant.
No, but I think it's based on actual studies, social
Yeah,
studies.
maybe.
Well, look at
You
China.
would like we do even the way our brains work, right? We're not supposed to have like hundreds of relationships with different people. You know, our brains only really built to handle
Just
just
like
a few.
EastEnders, and
No, but it is, isn't it?
It's like on
fucking each
Facebook
other.
when you add one person, you have to delete someone else, don't
Yeah,
you?
but our brains don't work like that.
Well, lots of people think
Probably.
it's the blueprint for the new world order. So what's going to happen
Well, they sound quite lovely from
Well,
that.
when the
those
population-
stones.
Jim,
But
if you like
7 billion
No, but
people.
it's-
people.
no, but- well, they clearly it's not doing fucking any good, though, is it?
Yeah. So I think it's really interesting. I was watching a program about it the other day, And actually, these stones obviously the massive effort went to put them in place. So they're obviously important for some reason. And these people bought the land as well in the middle of
I just think
Georgia.
people got a lot of money to waste.
Yeah, a lot of money, a lot of time.
But it's also this whole thing about keeping people down to 500
Million, yeah.
million and all that. I mean, that's based on stats then. I mean,
It's
like
not-
now we have the room, and I think we have the room.
So this was in the 80s, though. So this wasn't a terribly long time ago. 1977. It was built in 1980.
But science-
Population demand went increasingly up in,
Yeah.
in the 1900s.
Yeah.
Pill popping fucking. That's all. That's what that was.
It probably was.
Raves, bring raves for the Illuminati.
just
hating
going
the raves.
mental.
It doesn't say. It doesn't say either. It doesn't say if that's the American population.
Funny enough, though, because if you think about it, how many countries in the world? Isn't there like 300 and something countries in the world? So you think that's about just over 1 million people per country, isn't it?
Yeah, but some countries
I know it.
are
Yeah, I know
rural
it doesn't
and
work
others,
like that,
yeah.
but
People are fucking the shit out of one another though. They're just bored as fuck.
Yeah,
But then again, there are certain cultures which, you know, it's in their
some
culture
people
to have a
sex
lot of
with dogs,
children.
isn't they, James? Not
Well,
just people.
Well, maybe we should thank the dog fuckers.
I don't think we
They're
should.
trying to keep the population down.
Maybe we should thank the dog fuckers and the sex doll fuckers because they're working hard to keep the
Maybe they're all-
population down.
Yeah.
Maybe they're all
Because
down
they
it.
have nanobot
Should I tell
babies.
you? Should I tell you a really amazing fact which I didn't know? Do you know
puppies.
in 1900 how many people were living in America?
In 1900,
Yeah,
I reckon 30 million.
Yeah, I was gonna say about 20.
76 million, and today's 320.
Jesus, that's
Back
massive.
then, they were making a lot of buildings without safety. Like, you take Empire Strikes building, when I was being built, how many people died making that?
Oh,
Because
yeah,
the
yeah.
safety equipment, they didn't have, like, harnesses.
Yeah.
and
Interestingly,
the
in ni- in-
skyscrapers and
In
that.
1900, Australia's population grew from 4 million to 23 million today.
Wow, that's quite a
Is
lot.
that
isn't it?
incredible? So what do you think of this one then, guys? This one.
Oh yeah, Ratty wasn't here last week.
Oh,
so Rat,
Steve, you
what-
don't know the
what-
point
What we've been
system.
doing is giving a score out of 5. So 5 being very believable and convinced, and 1 just being. Oh, okay, so
I
let's pose the question properly,
yeah.
right? Because I think you could phrase this in many ways.
Yeah.
Is this the Illuminati sending us a message and a warning how to conduct ourselves and go forward as a humanity?
But why in Georgia?
No, that's what I'm saying. But that's the question. Is this legitimate Illuminati messages coming to us?
No.
That's a 1 from Steve. Tom?
I reckon it could
But
be.
simple.
I reckon I'm going to go 3. I think middle of the board. I think it could be people in positions sending us a message. I don't know
If they're
necessarily.
going to
think
send
it's
you a
something
message, though, wouldn't they want to do it where a lot of people can see it? Rather than a lot
Exactly.
a lot of
That's what I was
Lo-
thinking.
lots of, this
Not-
is one of the
in
most.
Georgia, there's probably is like 5 people there.
Georgia's probably pretty massive.
Yeah, Georgia's massive.
I don't know what I think. I think the people that did it obviously
There's more
very
fields and
important, aren't they?
farmlands.
These people are obviously exceptionally
cities,
important,
there's-
very wealthy people that have done it. It's a lot of effort.
And always
20
full of
years to
hicks.
plan it, you know, and to execute it without then actually taking any credit for it. It's just millions. These are millions and millions and millions of pounds for the stone and for the land as well in the middle of Georgia. I suspect it's really expensive.
But it's
Someone's
not-
gone to a lot of effort, haven't they?
Yeah, for nothing though.
But they can't. They could.
Well, is it for nothing?
Well, no,
They
but
could have done
again,
it better.
we've
I
just
suppose.
population's gone up a
They could send a
tenfold.
leaflet to every door.
So this was in the 80s though. So this was what 40 years ago.
Do you think
now?
it was the Illuminati? Because if the Illuminati control everything,
Yeah.
then would they want to spend a lot of money,
Just
giving
for
us a
that.
message?
Well,
Yeah.
David Weir.
Because I thought the point of the Illuminati is they don't like us.
So David Gear, he talked, you know, the doctor, and he talks a lot about everything being in plain sight, doesn't he? Like
Yeah.
people that and they're drip feeding you information, so when something happens, it's not a massive shock to people. Like I was watching a thing about him this morning, and he was saying about all these UFO sightings. What they're building up to is
Yeah.
people
Full disclosure.
a full
Desensitize
disclosure.
them.
So everyone's not going to be like, oh my god, what the hell's happened? They're like, well, yeah, we've been seeing aliens for like 60 years, and this is what some of the theorists think. This is actually the Illuminati actually saying, well, this is what the goal
plan.
is. You know, to get everyone into one world order, which seems to be
Yeah, but if they really control everything,
yeah,
right, which is
Yeah,
the
why
claim.
would they give a shit? Why
Hang
would
on.
they
But if they really control everything,
yeah,
right, so they control the media and everything,
yeah.
why is sex always used, especially in like adverts and commercials,
Yeah.
and inject into our culture to a degree where everybody's got fucking sex on the brain. Everything is sold by using
Even on the
sexual
clean advert,
references.
there's all a certain innuendo.
Right,
I agree.
right. Music and everything within our particularly Western cultures is all about fucking.
Very sexualized.
Right. So why haven't they just used their powers to kind of dumb us down in that department and make us more kind of celibate? Why?
For more porn on
Because
TV.
they're like, oh, you're all fucking, we're controlling everything, but you won't stop fucking one another. But we got to get the numbers down.
But these same people make money off that, don't they?
Yeah, but it doesn't make any sense, though.
It doesn't make any
They're
sense.
very
but
confused overlords.
I'm confused.
if you think at the time this was done, it was in the 80s when the Cold War was probably at its peak. They were probably expecting the world to collapse any day. Most people were.
That's probably what caused the
Nah.
crash of the fucking Wall Street.
Yeah.
This is in the 80s. No, this is when the Cold War
The money
was.
went
isn't
on that, and they thought, fuck, what have we done?
We
So
spent
what do you
a
think?
Who's got the
the
receipt?
window,
Who's got the
way.
receipt?
Go on then, James. What's your thoughts?
What's your-
All right, so is there any evidence to suggest it's the Illuminati?
Well,
This
no,
is
no,
just
no,
theories.
no one knows. No one knows.
There's no like triangle marks or mason
I
marks.
think-
Apparently, it's aligned. It's aligned.
Clearly,
It's-
it's definitely because they exist and they must have cost a lot of money. So it's definitely people with money who are trying to send a message, right? But is it the Illuminati? No. It's probably rich people
Being rich.
just being rich and showing
Yeah.
off their
Yeah, is
dollar.
there alignments to the 5 counties or something
All
like
right,
that?
Jim. So
In it?
what number are you giving?
do you know what? I'm going to give it a 2.
Chris, go
Or
on.
you're going to give it a rat?
No, Steven's done it. One.
I give it a 1.
I'll give it a 3.5. 4.
Okay. Tom, what was yours again?
Mine was 3.
3. Okay. All right. Then.
We got an average of 2.3.
Okay,
So
so,
it's
Not a good one.
So
No,
pretty.
it's not
that good.
It's
An
interesting.
average,
It's
yeah.
an interesting one.
yeah, it's definitely somebody with money trying to give a
It's
message.
just
out
rich
there.
people freaking.
But again,
So after this, we'll just got to mention about what we're doing next.
no, let's leave it as a surprise, shall we?
Should we?
Yeah, so bonus video coming out. Some may enjoy it. Some may not. I'm going to enjoy doing it though.
Yeah.
Which we will release on YouTube only. So get us there. Yeah.
So
There we go. Anything else to mention? We've wrapped up quite early today. Actually.
yeah.
Well, we need to-
we got this. We
yeah,
got to
we got
immensely
stuff to
prepare
do.
ourselves.
I
for
suppose.
the,
Yeah. All right, guys.
Right, enjoy.
That's us done. Thanks for stopping by, and until next time, we'll see you then.
Cheers.
Oh, no, don't go anywhere. Don't forget, you can find us at Lad Chat Podcast.
James, they almost
at
went.
yahoo.com, Lad Chat Podcast, Instagram, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Twitter. Please subscribe. Please get in touch. Like and share any post you see. And yeah, just stick around. All right. Cheers. Goodbye.
Bye.
No.